What's happening, BATV fam? Man, I want to talk to y'all. You already know this your boy BeardSamson, man. Shit, what today is? Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Well, this is recorded Thursday. I'm on my way to work, man, and I had something I want to talk to y'all from the book of Humble. First verse. First chapter, first verse. All right, we talking in the book of Humble today. Now, I'm a humble ass motherfucker. You understand that? I'm humble as fuck, right? But everybody don't deserve your humbleness, though. They don't. You don't mind if I ride with you today, do you? You don't mind if I ride with you today, right? All right, let's do it. All right, man. Everybody don't deserve your humbleness. Especially not at that point in time. My thing is, you can be humble to someone and something might happen. Like if you're friends with that person or whatever, and that day, or maybe that day that you know, maybe something went wrong with them that day or whatever, but they treating you like a fucking asshole, right? They being fucked up towards you when you trying to show them that you want to be humble and that you respect them, right? I'ma just tell you this. Everybody don't deserve that shit every time. It's on a case-by-case basis, man. And what's fucked up is that they'll take your humbleness for a weakness. Why would you take me being humble when I'm trying to show you respect just because I ain't cursing at you or whatever, and just because I'm not being aggressive, you know, I'm showing you that I'm backing down and I'm being humble. That's just me being humble. That don't mean I'm a fucking punk. That don't mean I'm gonna let you fucking punk me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna fucking punk me. I don't give a fuck who you is. We all men in this motherfucker, right? We all bleed in this motherfucker, right? You can only die one time, man. And believe I would die by my motherfucking respect, man. I die by that shit. People die for less. People die for females. People die for money. I would die by my motherfucking respect, man. So if you trying to be humble to a motherfucker and it just seemed like I don't know what the fuck done went wrong with this motherfucker just treating you like an asshole, like he trying to punk you just because you trying to be humble. Fuck that shit up. Switch the motherfucking, switch the game up on the motherfucker, man. Flip that fucking switch. That's when that bipolar motherfucker come out. But you got to show people, man, that you humble and you respectful, but you still got a fucking giant mentality inside of you that you will crush a motherfucker if they cross you. You got to let them know that, man. That shit has got to be known. You got to let a motherfucker know that. They got to know that you capable of that fucking gangster shit. They really do. And I'm all about respect. I am, man. That's my thing is respect will carry you a long ass way. It'll carry you farther than money. It really will. You think money is the key to every fucking thing. It's not. Respect is the key. Paying your dues, being humble. That's what I believe in, man. That's what sits in your boy BeardSamson core values. Being respectful and being humble, especially to my elders. Now my elders, I go above and beyond for them because maybe they don't understand. You know, you might be talking to a motherfucker about some shit, maybe he don't understand. You know what I'm saying? My day and age or where I'm coming from, my generation. He might not understand how things happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's my moral duty to understand where he came from. And that's just part of my respect. I go above and beyond to understand where my OGs come from, what era they grew up in, and I pay homage and I pay respect. Now for a lot of my OGs, I'll let that slide because you know what? I wipe that shit off my heart because some of them built like that. Some OGs are built like that. That mean they'll curse your motherfucking ass out. But they don't mean no harm. It's just the same as them saying, hey, young buck, Slow down. You know what I'm saying? You're talking too much. But an OG might tell you, hey, man, shut the fuck up. That's just real shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of OGs ain't got that patience for that bullshit, so that's why you show them that respect, because they've been here and they've learned a lot of shit. Now, we still talking about being humble. Now, let's talk about being humble in relationships also. Now, of course, the person that you loving, you know what I'm saying, you gonna be humble to her or him, and you give that all of your attention with trying to be humble and trying to please them, right? You give that all your attention, and that's cool. You're supposed to do that. So you're supposed to do that. So with that being said, now on this day, now sometimes that can be taken out, it can be blown out of proportion, because maybe that person that day is going through something. But I've always said, man, you treat others as you would like to be treated first. You do that first. You give them the benefit of the doubt. Give them the benefit of the doubt first. But now if they proceed to disrespect you and all this other shit, and you feel disrespected, now there's no reason that you should leave that conversation feeling fucked up about yourself because you're trying to preserve something. There's no reason you should feel fucked up in that situation to where you trying to preserve this relationship and that person ain't giving a fuck. Something might have changed. Don't be nobody's punching bag. Don't be nobody's footstool. I don't think nobody intended you to be that. You know what I'm saying? So you need to take that shit on you need to kind of reevaluate that situation. Kick back a little bit. Now that first argument or whatever that you have that you feel disrespected in or whatever. Now, if you man enough or if you woman enough to say, you know what? I'm not gonna respond. I'm gonna step back from this situation, give it a little time, and let's see if they still feel like that. Let's see if they still feel that I'm this, that, and the other. So let's see if that's still, you know what I'm saying, if they still preserving that thought when you go back to that person and y'all and y'all chop it up about that topic that y'all was just talking about. If that's still the case, then something might be wrong, man. It might be time for you to let that shit go. Nobody deserves to be talked about and be treated bad just for somebody to put them up, just for somebody to feel better than you are or to put you down. Don't nobody need to put you down in order to build themselves up. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit, man. Respect should be common sense. It really should. But a lot of people don't have common sense. I'm gonna say that again. A lot of people don't have common sense, and that's real shit. Shit that might be common to you, where I grew up at, it could be common to me, but where this person came up at, that might not be some shit that's common. If you think about the definition of common sense, it's actually, if you really put that under the microscope, common sense is common to a specific type of people. It can be to a specific type of culture. It can be specific to a different type of religion. You can break that shit down and you can actually categorize it in those many categories. You really can if you want to get technical with the shit. Like me growing up in the hood, I know hood shit. I understand street knowledge. Now somebody that's not streetwise and they don't understand the streets, the knowledge of the streets won't be common to them. That knowledge will be it'll be far-fetched because they can't fathom the things that happens in the street, or the street code, or the G code, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So, man, that's just been your boy Rick today, man. I mean, I had went to this one place I had went to FedEx actually to drop off, I had to drop off some freight to FedEx. And down in Seattle, Washington, down to SeaTac. And I went in there, when I went in there, I was respectful. I always give people the utmost respect. But the first time I went in there, it was a young woman in there and young black lady, you know what I'm saying? And it was another one of the Caucasian brothers in there, you know what I'm saying, white boy in there. So, and everything was cool the first time, right? It was cool. Went in there, got my freight off, signed my airway bill, got my shit, offloaded my freight. I was good, right? Everything was cool. So I thought that was a smooth transaction. So I'm thinking, anytime that you go somewhere and it's a smooth transaction, the next time you come, it's gonna be even smoother, right? Right? That's my theory. Well, it didn't happen like that. I went in there the second time to drop freight. Of course, it's always due almost to the cutoff. Cutoff is 5 o'clock. So I went in there, kind of rushing. Didn't have an airway bill. The last time we got an airway bill faxed over, so they got all the information off of it. They just typed in the computer. So I didn't have to do no hard bill, or you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to fill out no bill. Well, this time I had to fill out a bill and I didn't know that. So I went in there looking for something to drop the freight. And the guy was looking at me like I'm crazy. There's 3 dudes in there. One black dude, a Hispanic dude, and the same white dude that I dealt with last time. So I went in there. I spotted the white dude that I seen the last time. I was like, okay, I'm good. He know me. We've been through this before. All right, he'll take up for me, right? For anything that I don't know, or if I'm lost, he'll vouch for me, right? Wrong. I went in that motherfucker. This dude had a totally different attitude because he was with these other guys. First off, when I walk in there, they all looked at themselves. Once I walked in there, they looked at themselves and they started laughing amongst themselves. So I'm thinking to myself like, damn, is something wrong with my beard, or, you know what I'm saying? So I immediately get my phone out, put that motherfucker on the selfie shit, put the shit on the selfie app, look at myself right there in front of them before I step up to the desk, and look, make sure my beard and shit is straight. Since I was all straight and shit, I took a picture, because that's what the fuck I do. If I'm looking straight in the motherfucking camera, why waste a perfectly good selfie? Because these motherfuckers is acting like assholes. So I took a fucking picture. So I took the picture, you know what I'm saying, got my shit straight, got my mane straight. So they already see the lion in the shit, you know what I'm saying? So they see my mane, they spotted my mane. So I'm thinking maybe they laughing at my mane. I don't give a fuck. These were smooth face brothers, you gotta understand. All of them had a smooth face. I don't know. So, walked in there, did that or whatever. Then, went over there, the brother started talking first. The Hispanic dude, he was all top like, what are you doing? What am I doing? I'm dropping freight, motherfucker. So I went over here, so I talked to the brother or whatever, because I'm thinking, well, hey, maybe we got a connection. Because you know what I'm saying, we damn near about the same color. You know what I'm saying? So I went over there and talked to him. He looking like he don't even know the fuck. You know them slaves? When one slave can tell you, when that one slave find out that the other slave know how to read, if he fuck around and say, my name BeardSamson, my birthday is such and such, and the other slave be like, what? Master know you know how to read? Master know you gonna get killed, boy. You gonna get killed. Master know? So I'm looking at this motherfucker, he treat me like that, like, you know what I'm saying, like what the fuck? So I keep going, I ask him, I say, hey, I'm trying to drop freight. I dropped one time before, and I pointed at the dude. I said, he was here the last time. I said, you remember me? He's spitting fucking sunflower seeds and shit all on the floor, trying to hit him in the trash can, being like just unprofessional and a motherfucker. He looking like, oh, I don't know you. Like, wow, boy, this was number like last week. So I just went on ahead, man. They treated me like I was nobody. So I just went on ahead and I took that shit because you know what? I'm representing another company. See, now if I'd have went in that bitch like BeardSamson, if I'd have went in that motherfucker like BeardSamson, I'm gonna tell you what the fuck I would have did to all 3 of them motherfuckers, man. All 3 of them motherfuckers. I got something that I carry with me every day, man. See these motherfuckers right here? I would have punched the shit out of all three of you motherfuckers if I'd have came in that bitch like BeardSamson. And then I wouldn't have just punched your ass. I would have fucking... I'm just fucking around, man. I ain't trying to spread violence, man. I'm just fucking around. But I do keep them blast knuckles with me at all times, man. They even got like a little belt clip. You can put it on the side of your belt. So you look like a little cell phone. You can't really tell what this is, can you? So this is something I do recommend, man. If you out, and I plan to get 2 of them. For them little, you know, you be out somewhere and you want to get jumped, you can even the playing field. Because if I catch you one time with these joints right here, that's at least, I forgot what the voltage was on these joints. I done had them for so long, but never had to use them, I thank God. But I think the voltage is like, I think it's like 50,000 or plus, 50,000 volts plus. They got a lot of voltage in that motherfucker. So just imagine catching somebody with that shit and then blasting their ass as you catch them. They ain't gonna get up from that. That's a for sure one-hitter quitter. Well, man, that's been my vlog for today, man. I'm not trying to spread violence, but don't let people disrespect you either. Because as soon as they feel like they can disrespect you, that's actually when you lose your dignity and you lose your respect. And if other people are around, they'll feel like you're a punk, you're a bitch, you're a pussy. Just because one person disrespected you and you just turned the other cheek. Have a good day, kings, queens. Peace and blessings. Samson.